he joined me and Steve this afternoon at Fairbourne. Anyone familiar with Fairbourne in the news will probably know that in, well, the next so many years, I'm not entirely sure how many, this is really at a risk basically of being underwater. So yeah, it may not be here much longer. So yeah, as we're in the area today, we thought we'd come down here and try and get some shots. And wow, I'm really glad we did. Couldn't hope to a better end to the day. Sunset's a good couple of hours away, but came down right to the end of this bit of land here where the little tourist train comes to, and yeah, just basically framed up a pano, as you can see behind me. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got these really moody clouds. Cadre just there is looking really dark and foreboding, but you've got some lovely light in the foreground here as well. And to top that off, you've got some beautiful reflections here as part of the estuary. And they're not the perfect reflections. They've just got enough of a ripple in them to let you know it's water. Oh, this is beautiful. So I have just taken a pano. I couldn't tell you how many shots I've taken. It's a very wide pano to really just give myself options. When I get back in post, I can decide what, how I want to compose that photo, because I'm not entirely sure if I want to include the bridge in that goes to Barmouth or not. I don't know if it's going to be a bit more of a distraction. I might cut it off there and just include Cadre Idris. But yeah, let me pop that on screen for you now. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just feel so relaxed. It's one of those afternoons, there's no wind, beautiful sun on my face, feel really nice and warm actually, and yeah, just really enjoying it. These sort of afternoons don't come very often. Panic pano out the way. I've just framed up another image, a much more sort of more intimate scene, if you like. Focusing in on Cadre Idris there, putting the top of Cadre Idris pretty much on the top right hand third. I mean, a 16:9 crop. But what I really like about this photo is you've got just a touch of the reflection at the bottom of the scene, and you've got this sort of like inlet, which kind of almost leads the eye through to Cadre Idris there in the background, and the lighting is just beautiful. Just little patches of light just kissing the side of Cadre Idris, and there's a small hill in the foreground which is all lit up beautifully. Just really, really beautiful scene with a like good bit of depth in it, and then just a touch of this sort of texture in the clouds. It looks absolutely beautiful on the back of the camera. So yeah, that one works out any good. I'm going to put it on screen now. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, just going to wander around here for a bit and try and frame up some compositions. I put my 20-70 on the camera, and I'm at about 35mm, and I just wanted to get another sort of last of these sort of reflection images, these nice simple images, before I start trying to find something a bit more creative. But by being at 35mm, it's really opened up the scene. The mountains do look a bit smaller, but I've got the bridge coming in from the left hand side, but I'm really making the most of these beautiful clouds and the reflections that we have at the moment. So I've just taken that image there. It's again a 16:9 crop. And it just looks absolutely beautiful on the back of the camera with the light that we have at the moment. So I'm going to put that on screen. There is a boat, a really old looking boat over there, which Steve's having a look at the moment. And I think I can get that as a nice bit of foreground interest. The Cadre Idris and maybe the bridge in the background could look absolutely spectacular. So I'm going to go and have a look at that. So I've made my way over to the old boat and just past Steve, and Steve mentioned to me that there was a problem with this shot when framing it up. He didn't tell me what it was. He said, figure it out and come back and let me know. And I think I know what he's referring to. I'll have to check with him. But I think his problem is that the boat is almost leading out the frame to the left. But it doesn't bother me too much. it's a nice photo of the area with the boat and with the mountain. It's beautiful actually. So I'll place the boat on the left hand third, and yes, it is pointing out a frame as I say, but I'm balancing it against the tip of Cadair Idris there quite nicely, and obviously we still have these nice beautiful clouds in the sky and some lovely reflections. It's a really nice shot and it really showcases the area. But yeah, if you look at compositional rules about stuff leading out of frame, I can kind of see where Steve is potentially coming from. I could be completely wrong, he could be on about something completely different, but that's what I think he's referring to. So anyway, let me put these on screen now. I've taken one in portrait and one in landscape. I think I'm preferring the landscape one, if I'm honest with you. Just gives a bit more breathing space around the boat. And let me know what you think in the comments. Okay, I have just taken another image of the boat by coming back a bit and a little bit higher up. I'm getting more separation from the top of the actual boat and the actual sand in the estuary behind, but also I'm able to include some of these grasses that I was standing in a moment ago, just at the bottom of the frame, just adding a little extra element to the scene. It just brings it all together. So yeah, I quite like this. We haven't got as many clouds as we had before, unfortunately. So there's quite a big blue bit of sky, but I think it's still okay. Anyway, I'll pop it on screen. Don't think it's going to be the best photo today, but still, nice shot nonetheless.
You've just been shooting the boat.
Yeah.
What I felt there was a problem with the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel or sense anything? What's your thoughts on the composition?
Yeah, it's not floating.
Ah, no.
No. My thoughts are.
Might be in a minute.
What I thought your thoughts were is that the boat is pointing out of frame.
Absolutely bang up. I knew he'd get it straight away. I knew it. That's my thoughts exactly. Yeah. As soon as I went over there, I thought, why didn't I spot it straight away? The boat is pointing the wrong way.
It still works for me.
It still does. I think it still does.
Because, okay, it is pointing out of frame.
Yeah.
But it sets the scene. It's a photo of this area.
Yeah.
You know, you know you're by the coast and you know you've got mountains in the background.
Yeah.
And if you balance the boat against Cadair Idris in the background,
it still works.
It works quite nicely.
I think it still works, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it would frustrate me more than what I actually did. But what I did was actually walk a bit further round and got it pointing towards me a little bit more, rather than away, out.
That's why he's a proper photographer.
but then the problem is I'd lost this reflection.
Yeah.
So what I did say is I would come back in a minute and give it half an hour, which I've done. Wait till the water comes around it a little bit and try and get that same shot but with a bit of a reflection in there, because I think it'd be a better shot.
Good idea.
Yeah, you could see it over there. It just didn't occur to me. But as soon as I come around there, put the camera down, I'm thinking the boat's facing out of the shot.
Yeah.
But like you say, it still feels as if it works, and with that light on it.
It's the light. The light is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I met up with Steve and he confirmed my suspicions. He was referring to the boat leading out the frame, but I think we both agreed it's still a nice shot. Just going to wait around now a bit for sunset. Say it's about an hour or so. So yeah, it's about an hour or so. Yeah. What is he like? So yeah, it's about an hour till sunset now, and I've grabbed all the shots on this side I think that I want, at least for now. The clouds do seem to have disappeared quite a lot of blue sky, unfortunately, but you know, the clouds could still come over. Always hopeful. yeah, just going to chill out. It's really quite nice and warm, and yeah, just stand around for a bit, see how the clouds and the weather develops, and we may go on the other side of the estuary here, looking out towards the sea, looking out towards the Clym Peninsula, and frame up some shots there during sunset. So yeah, stick around, there's still potentially lots of shots to have. Right, so we've come over to the dunes, still shooting the boats we were shooting before, but incorporating these beautiful grasses you've got on the dunes here, which a moment ago were lit up in the most beautiful sort of golden colour. I'm placing this this sailboat on the pretty much the left hand third of the image, and you've got just beyond it, you've got part of the Barmouth rail bridge coming into the frame, balancing against again the top of Cadair Idris there with some lovely light on it. We don't have the clouds that we had before, unfortunately. It is quite a blue sky, but with the warm light we had, the warm tones on the ground set against those blue skies, I think it's quite a nice sort of contrasting colour. It's quite a nice shot. I've opted to go for f4.5 because I'm at 70mm and I just wanted to actually blur these grasses out. It's quite nice, it gives it quite a nice sort of painterly feel. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this. I don't think it's my best image of the day, but still a nice one to get in the bag. Sunset's not too far away now. Let's see what happens with that. Right, nobody tell Steve, but I think I might have stole his composition. Using similar concept to one of my last shots, blurring out these grasses, but using the same boat we photographed much earlier on, placing him pretty much on the bottom left hand third, and putting Cadair Idris pretty much on the top right hand third. But as you can see at the moment, there's some beautiful golden light on Cadair Idris and the actual boat over there as well, so it should work out to be quite a nice image. Again, letting these grasses completely blur out of focus, and just making it about the boat and the mountains. So yeah, quite happy with this. I'll pop it on screen, but wow, really is beautiful. The light that we have, just wish we had a few more clouds, but can't have everything, can we? Unfortunately, the weather doesn't seem to quite have done what we wanted it to do. I may have just taken my last image. I don't know if it's really going to work, but yeah, I'm just scrapping around trying to find a photo now. So I'm going to take a really quick pause here, because at this point of the day, I've been out since about 3 AM in the morning and was absolutely shattered. I clearly wasn't thinking straight, because this photo, I think, actually turned out to be one of my favourite photos of the day. Anyway, back to the video. I put my super telephoto lens on at about 400mm, pointing straight out towards the Clym Peninsula there, towards a mountain, hill, not sure what hill it's called, and I'm placing that right in the centre of the image. But I've also put my 10-stop filter on, and I'm getting about a minute exposure, so I'm really smoothing out that water and the clouds. And so you have got a nice contrast between the sort of warm colours of the sky behind the mountain and some nice sort of bands of like really nice different variations in blue, if you like, across the bottom of the frame in the water, in the sea. Yeah, I'm going to opt for a square crop on that, I think. Just a really nice, simple, almost kind of minimalist image. But I think we're pretty much done for here, to be honest with you. The sun is just about to set, and I can't see us getting any more compositions now. But I really, really enjoyed this afternoon. It's just been so relaxing, just walking around the beach, framing up compositions in, you know, beautiful conditions, no wind, really, really relaxing. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please consider hitting the like button, and it'd really help if you enjoyed this, if you subscribe to the channel. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.